Today's episode is different because if English feels hard right now, there's a reason, and it's not failure. In this episode, I'm joined by a close friend of mine. His name is Daniel Brooks. Daniel works as an English instructor, but more than that, he has taught learners across many parts of the world. That's why today I want to explore something that matters deeply to English learners everywhere. Why learning a language can feel so heavy, and what truly helps people move forward. Before we begin, I want to explain one important thing. Daniel and I will use clear, simple English today. This is intentional. We want you to follow easily. We want you to relax and listen without stress. Daniel, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks so much. I'm happy to be here. Like you said, I'll speak slowly. I'll try my best. I may not sound as smooth as you, but I'll do my best.
That's perfect. Let's start with a big question. I hear this all the time from learners. They tell me, I study English, but I feel stuck. They learn vocabulary, they watch videos. Still, they feel no real progress. Why do so many learners feel this way?
That's a great question. And before I explain, I want everyone listening to hear this clearly. If you feel stuck, you are not alone. This feeling is very common. Almost every learner experiences it. I've taught English for many years, in many countries, and I can say this with confidence. Strong learners feel stuck. Struggling learners feel stuck. Beginners feel stuck. Even advanced students feel stuck. So if you feel this way, it does not mean you are bad at learning languages.
So what causes this feeling?
That language learning does not move in a straight path. Many people imagine progress like climbing stairs, always going up, every day better than the last, every week clear improvement. But real learning does not work like that. Real learning moves up and down. Some days,
Everything feels clear. You understand more. You feel confident. Other days, nothing seems to work. You listen, but meaning disappears. You want to speak, but the words hide. Sometimes, it even feels worse than before. Yes, exactly. You start thinking, why can't I speak today? Or, why did I forget that word? Or, why was my English better last week? But this feeling is part of learning. It does not mean you are moving backward. It does not mean you are losing English. And most importantly, it does not mean you are failing. What's really happening is quieter. Your brain is working behind the scenes. It's sorting information. It's connecting ideas. Real progress is happening, even when you can't see it. So when you feel stuck, the best thing to do is stay calm. Continue practicing. Keep showing up. Trust the process. Feeling stuck is often a sign that learning is happening under the surface. Quote, growth often hides before it appears. I really like that idea. Many learners expect daily improvement, but real progress takes time. Exactly. Another reason learners feel stuck is overload. Today, there are endless apps, videos, teachers, and methods. Learners try everything. They jump from one system to another. They start a book, stop, then start something else. This creates confusion. They feel lost. They don't know what to study next. Yes, I hear learners say, I don't know what to focus on. And when people feel unsure, motivation drops. Now, let's talk about something emotional, not grammar, not vocabulary. Fear. Many learners say, I understand some English, but I'm afraid to speak. Why is fear such a big obstacle? Fear is one of the biggest barriers in language learning, bigger than grammar or vocabulary. I've seen this everywhere, with young learners and adults. Many people think things like, if I make a mistake, people will laugh. If my English is bad, people will judge me. If I speak incorrectly, I'll look foolish. These thoughts are powerful. They create fear. Fear tightens the body. When you're afraid, your brain can't work freely. Fear stops people from speaking. They know the answer, but they stay silent. That's sad because speaking is essential. I agree completely. I often tell learners, you cannot learn to speak without speaking. You can read books and watch videos, but if you don't speak, speaking will always feel hard. Exactly. Speaking is a skill, and skills grow through practice. And here's something important. Mistakes are not bad. They are not shameful. They are not failures. Mistakes are part of learning. Think about children learning their first language. They make many mistakes. Wrong words, strange sentences, mixed ideas. But nobody laughs. Nobody thinks the child is stupid. We understand something important. Mistakes mean learning. Yes, when children make mistakes, we usually smile. We think it's normal. But adults are different. Adults are very strict with themselves. They expect perfection. Perfect grammar, perfect accent, perfect words. When reality doesn't match this expectation, they feel disappointed. That's true. Adults don't want to sound like learners. They don't want to appear weak. But perfect English is not the goal. Communication is the goal. Sharing ideas, thoughts, and feelings is what matters. If the other person understands you, you're successful, even with simple sentences or strong accents. Understanding matters more than perfection. Exactly. And I want to say this clearly. Don't wait to be perfect before speaking. Don't wait to know everything. Speak now. Make mistakes now. Learn now. Every mistake moves you forward. Fear tells you to stop. Learning tells you to continue. Choose learning. Thank you, Daniel. Now, let's talk about grammar. Many learners say, I must learn all grammar before speaking. What do you think? This belief is very common. Grammar matters, but it's not everything. Many learners study grammar for years and still struggle to speak. Why? Because knowing rules does not automatically create speaking ability. So knowing is not the same as using? Exactly. Grammar should be a tool, not a cage. Some learners feel trapped by grammar. They overthink every sentence. They check everything in their head. This slows them down. So what's a better way? Learn grammar in small parts. Use it in real sentences. Hear it many times. Over time, grammar becomes natural. You stop thinking about rules. Now vocabulary. Learners often say, I know many words, but I forget them. Why does this happen? This happens because of how words are learned. Many learners study words alone, just translations. But words don't live alone. They live in sentences, situations, and stories. So context matters? Exactly. Learning words in sentences helps memory. Also, many learners try to learn too many words at once. 10 or 20 words a day is too much. So slower is better? Much better. 5 words used many times are better than 50 forgotten words. Daniel, thank you so much. This conversation was honest, simple, and helpful. Everyone listening, be kind to yourself. You are learning. You are growing. You're doing better than you think. Kindness speeds learning. Thank you for listening to another episode of English Unleashed. If you enjoyed this episode, listen again, share it, and remember, simple English, calm learning, real progress. Bye for now.